Hey everyone, welcome to Punk Rock Storytellers Unplugged. I'm your host, Brett Hesse. Tonight, I am particularly stoked for tonight's episode. We have an awesome guest from the band Future Kings of Nowhere. And he's going to play a few songs for us before we bring him on. We're saying tonight we're raising money for Take Action Chapel Hill. They're a grassroots community member-led organization, raising money against all white supremacy and white supremacy organizations and towards bail funds and everything right now with everything going on. Like great organization. We're going to have basically when you guys donate, because you'll be donating through this link, screenshot it and send it to the Future Kings of Nowhere page. We'll be matching it. So, but without any further ado, let's bring on Shayne.
Hey everybody.
Hey Shayne, how you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
How are you, man?
I'm good.
Doing great.
Funny little laugh.
Stoked to have you.
If I talk over you. Yeah, I'm.
It's all right. Yeah, there's always gonna be a little delay.
Yeah.
It's stoked to have you. Whenever you're ready, go ahead.
All right, sounds good.
Well,
hi everyone. This is my first Facebook live streaming thing. I'm gonna take my headphones out. I don't need them. This is my first Facebook live streaming thing. I've never done it before. It's a little bit weird, but I'm excited to play some songs for you tonight and talk a little bit about what some of them are about. I hope that your pandemic is going well. I've been in the house now for 3.5 months. That's not weird. Yeah, so it's a weird time though, and I appreciate y'all tuning in to listen to this tonight, or whenever you're watching it later. Like Brad said, donations tonight are going to Take Action Chapel Hill, which is supporting activists throughout the Triangle. And my wife and I will be matching donations. So if you give a donation, please, put a post of it, a picture of it on the Future Kings Facebook page, and we'll match them up to $500. All right. So I've been thinking for the last week or so, getting ready for the show, thinking about these songs. And the thing that has struck me the most about them is how incredibly old they are. We released the self-titled album in 2007, and I had started writing the songs years before that. So, some of these songs are old enough to vote. And they're not super excited to vote for Biden, but they're going to do it because let's get Trump out of office. This first one is, in fact, so old that it references mixtapes, which aren't a thing anymore. Like, I don't even know where you could play a mixtape that I made for you. But I was trading them back and forth with someone many eons ago, and this song is about that person. Try again. Oh, I also wanted to say, this song on the recording has this incredible intro that was done by Jason Gabriel on the bass, and he laid 2 different bass tracks on it. And I always think about that. I feel bad for people trying to figure it out because there's no way you can do it all with one hand. I'm going to do a modified version of it. Watching your lips, you don't say a thing, but it's so obvious. the signal gets weak. Mine's easy, it just says I love you 20 times. But you don't even know that I've been running, completely unaware that I'm coming after you. And you can tell your friends that you feel nothing. Tell them that I do too. Oh. You don't even know that I've been running, completely unaware that I'm coming after you. And you can tell yourself that you feel nothing, but I know you. Don't even know that I've been running, completely unaware I'm coming after you. And you can tell yourself that you don't feel a thing, but I know you do. 'Cause I've seen you move whenever I'm near you. Oh man. So the weirdest part of this for me tonight is going to be just like the dead silence that happens after each one of these songs. It's kind of like the shows I used to play a long time ago, playing to big empty rooms or small empty rooms. So if you've been to a Future King show, one of the best things about it is the folks that know the songs are all like singing along at the top of their voice, especially on this next song, which I wasn't going to play because it doesn't really have the oomph that it has without that like great gang vocal sound. But the folks that organized the show asked specifically for it, so I feel like I owe it to them to play it. So this is a song about, I'm not even entirely sure what this one's about. It's kind of like my social anxiety and just feeling really badly out of step with the world sometimes, and waking up in the morning. I hate waking up in the morning. There's never, I could sleep for 24 hours and when I wake up and I'll be like, oh fuck, I don't want to get up. So yeah, this is sort of a song about all those things. It's called Lather, Rinse, Repeat. I know you've been there, moments of terror and crazy thoughts, when all you want is sleep. You try to shake them with 20 pages of words that don't say half of what you mean. They're selling everything I love. They're selling everything I love. Sometimes I don't know what it's like. I get so behind. I just go, oh well, fuck it all. When my alarm kicks in like a bomb and I'm up in arms again, not again. I know enough to make the right move, the wink and nod, the smile and dodge. It helps convince them that these foundations of middle class privilege I have been given are solid as buildings, and selling everything I love. I'm killing anything that moves. next song. So I have never partaken in online dating. I'm really glad that I completely missed that whole phenomenon, because it seems like a really hard way to meet people. But if I were to online date, I think this song would have to be my profile. I hope I die a violent death in some strange and distant land. I want Liz Fair to write about me and never show her band. I wanna get drunk on my birthday in a town where I'm not known, in a bar where no one visits, so no one ever goes home. I hope that I can finally stop staring at girls that I don't like. Lately it's become an addiction. I'm really not that type. I wanna see me on the TV saying things that I don't mean, so I can laugh when a million assholes all fall in love with me. I wish that I could do away with everyone I have to meet. Someone always says something stupid, and it's almost always me. I wanna rock out to a young crowd in an abandoned squatter house, so I can shout my punk rock shout and watch the kids all jump around. And all these things are true, just some secret thoughts of mine. But what I really want to do is take you out to the movies Friday night. And what you doing Friday? What you doing Friday? That was called For the Next Girl I Meet. All right. So, since we're on the topic of relationships, I've got a couple of songs about that. This song, this may be the meanest song I've ever written. I was in a really bad relationship when I was younger. I mean, I'm actually a really mild person who is very conflict avoidant, and this relationship had me, like yelling in the street, slamming doors, kind of stuff, the stuff that's not me. And when we finally broke up, my friends would, they came up and they're like, hey, are you okay? Are you doing all right? And I was like, yeah, you know what? I'm doing great. So if you take any message away from tonight, don't be in a relationship that hurts you. It's not worth it. It's called My Turn. I walk around with my head in the clouds like I'm happy. It's hard for me to believe that we've broken up. I spent forever trying to get you to love me, and now that you've left me, I figure that that's close enough. When people ask how I'm doing, I do a little dance around the house with my eyes closed and my arms out. I spent so long being nice, quiet and polite, and now you're gone, and it's my turn to be loud. Sacrifice is a word that I got used to in my life without ever once thinking it's wrong. I got by on the crumbs that you dropped when you were through, but I'm done with your crumbs. From now on I get what I want. When people ask how I'm doing, I do a little dance around the house with my eyes closed and my arms out. I spent so long being nice, quiet and polite, and now you're gone, and it's my turn to be loud. It does not make me happy to see you so unhappy with how everything turned out. But I feel so much better. I float through stormy weather. I float just like a feather from a bird who has flown and is not coming back again. But I hope that you can find happiness somewhere without me. I hope there's someone to help you work your issues out. I hope that someday you write some more mean songs about me. We'll trade heartache for heartache like back when we were going out. Yeah, when people ask me how I'm doing, I do a little dance around the house with my eyes closed and my arms out. I spent so long being nice, quiet and polite, and now you're gone, and it's my turn, now you're gone, and it's my turn, now you're gone, and it's my turn to be loud. Feels good. All right. So, breakup songs are easy. It's all about you and how you feel. Love songs are so much harder because it's a hard thing to capture the what you actually feel about somebody. When you're in love with them, it's a hard thing to express. And I do it really poorly in this song, but this is a song about the woman that I married that is the absolute joy of my life. It's called Wicked. There are women who will bury you alive. When they tuck you in at night, and there are women who will call it all in fun. There are women who burn with such desire. They light up all that they touch till their whole world is on fire. And in the morning, when it's all just ash and smoke, their fingers are aflame, but their insides are still cold. And there are men who think that they own everything. They think they can own your heart, 'cause they handed you a ring. And there are men who want more love than they are due. So as soon as they get yours, they're back out on the pursuit. And there are people all over this land who will lie and cheat and steal your love and hurt you just to hurt you, 'cause they can. And what kind of fool am I when I want to write a song about how great I think you are? The closest I can get is to talk all of this shit about all the wicked people that you aren't. In case anybody's tuning in late, there is a URL. Up that is for Take Action Chapel Hill, which is an organization that helps support activists around the Triangle, helps them with legal fees and things. There's a big protest a year or two ago, maybe, around a Confederate monument in Chapel Hill that helped get it taken down. There was amazing work done in downtown Durham to take down a Confederate monument. All these incredible people who are out on the front lines protesting and making life better for everybody, and especially Black people. And let's help them out. Please give, and my wife and I are matching donations that you give tonight. Just post a screenshot of it on the Future Kings web page, not our web page, our Facebook page, and we'll match those donations. So thank you. So I was coming up on a birthday, and in fact I'm coming up on a birthday now, and my birthday's on Friday, this coming Friday. But so 10, 100 years ago, I was coming up on my 30th birthday, and thinking about a bunch of morbid stuff. There are probably people that don't spend a lot of time thinking about their own mortality. Those people probably aren't singer-songwriters, I bet. But I do spend time thinking about that, and I was thinking about it with this song, or I wrote the song thinking about it. And some of the things that have happened since I was 30 that make me laugh when I think about the lyrics to this song, but I still love it. It's called I'm Very Nearly Turning 30. Here comes 30, like a killer in my yard. Makes me worry when I'm alone. It's like maybe when there's only one way out, it'd be better not to know. How typical of me to be thinking about those last few pointless seconds instead of the decades that I get to witness. But how do you get into a story when you already know the ending? I close my eyes and I try to forget it. Here comes 30, and I'm still playing in a band that you haven't heard of, and your friends don't know. Does that make me a dedicated musician, or does it make me a little slow? I don't know. Maybe I ought to give up and become another 9-to-5er. Start up a family and try to accept it, but all my friends are buckling down and ensure their belts are getting tighter. That's a joke and I hope that you get it. Here comes 30, and our barbed wire tattoos are turning into white picket fence. But I'm never sure if we're getting closer to our goals, or merely getting closer to the end. Everybody's rushing around like they think the universe is closing. It's a nice place to live, but you don't want to visit. You can run as fast as you like, and someday your life will still be over. If that's the point, then I hope that we get it soon. I hope we get it soon. I hope we get it. I hope we get it. So, the reason I said some of the things that happened since I turned 30 make me laugh is shortly after I turned 30, I got diagnosed with stage 4 lymphoma. I spent like a year and a half in the hospital. I think at one point I had a 5% chance of making it. But I did make it, and I've been cancer free for coming up on 10 years now. But I haven't written many songs about that experience. It's weird. You don't hear a lot of songs about about cancer because people don't usually get it as young as I do, and unfortunately, a lot of people don't make it past. But I do have a couple. I'm going to play one of them tonight, and it's actually a song that is not a Future Kings song. It is a song that is I'm playing with my new band called Culture Lag. We haven't played out yet. We had just started before the pandemic hit. Had worked up 9 or 10 songs, and we're just ready to start playing out. And then, bam, pandemic, and we can't get together. Especially I can't get together because I'm in a pretty high risk category. So hopefully after this is all done, we'll be able to play again. We'll see. That band is different from this one in the sense that it is a full-on electric, fast, loud band. So if you've been listening to this and imagining trumpets and banjos and all the shit that Future Kings plays with, don't imagine that with this song. Imagine an electric guitar and loud drums and lots of fun. So this one of the things about having cancer, about beating cancer, is that from the moment you beat cancer on, every time you get a little cold, you get you feel a little scratch in your throat or anything, it's you're having to convince yourself that, oh, this is not cancer coming back. This is just cold. Don't worry about it. And so I have to go through that all the time. So I'm constantly waiting on things to come back. And this song is called The Big One. It's about that. I read the tea leaves, the weeklies, they tell me that nothing lasts forever. The weather is changing, and whether you change with it or get it, your firstborn storm is on the way. When Noah started the ark in his backyard, the neighbor said he's crazy. What lake will he sail in? It doesn't even rain here. No lightning, no thunder, nothing but sunny days. Waiting on the big one. Waiting on the big one. It must be easy believing your body is never gonna falter when trouble has never darkened up your doorway. Everyone's sure they've got nothing but time. I'm always watching the birds for a signal. My eyes on the horizon, the never-ending vigil. The dust cloud in the distance, the stranger in the kitchen. Something's listening on the line. Waiting on the big one. I'm waiting on the big one. Consider me an amateur seismologist, pissing his jeans every time the needle skips. So convinced the big one's gonna hit, when it's always just passing cars and faulty equipment. I'm waiting on the big one. I'm waiting on the big one. So listen closely, not next week, but someday you're gonna need an answer. I promise I'll be here, chewing on my fingers, worrying at my worries till I've worn them all away. I'm waiting on the big one. 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 All right. All right, so, oh good, we still have a little bit of time. I'm going to play maybe like 4 more songs. This one, so I was, it was 2003, I think, 2002, 2003. I was moving to Boston. I lived in Boston for about a year. And my friend and I were in this U-Haul, moving to Boston, listening to the radio, and the news came on the radio that Johnny Cash had passed away. And I was very sad. I loved Johnny Cash. I loved his music. I loved his relationship with June. And so, you know, I started thinking and felt moved to write a tribute of sorts. And so I said, okay, you drive. And I pulled out my guitar, and for the rest of the ride up, I kept playing this song. And by the time I got to Boston, I had it mostly written. Some folks think that it's just a song about wanton killing people, and it's not. It's kind of a morality play in a sense. Like if you listen, the narrator, I feel kind of bad for him. The first murder is an accident. I mean, he was doing some bad stuff, and you know, that's what happens. But you can kind of hear it get more desperate and more crazy as it goes on, or at least I hope you can. Anyway, this is called 10 Simple Murders. Accident I never meant to do. I had been going for his wallet, wound up taking his life too. I had him cornered in an alley with my gun against his face. I said, hand over your money and I'll send you on your way. But he just had to play the hero and refused to cooperate. The second time I killed a man, I did it for revenge. He had been flirting with my woman and I couldn't let that stand. So when he got up to leave the bar, followed him out back, pinned him in between a brick wall and my stolen Cadillac. Kept on inching that car forward till I felt his rib cage crack. Now 3 or 4 were easier, but I'm really not sure why. I hostages I'd taken, number 8 and number 9. Now they've got me surrounded, but they won't get me alive. So I'm pulled up in this motel, and I'm loading up my guns. Peering out the window, there's 1,000 cops out front. They circle me like vultures, but I feel so far away. Everybody has to die, there is no escape. The only thing that changes is how long you have to wait. I'm not gonna spend my whole life behind metal bars. So get ready, I'm coming. Let's see who's the fastest draw. All right. So, some of my songs are about relationships. Oh, I did say earlier that it was hard to write love songs, and that this one I found a little bit easier to write. It's about how much I hated my job, but also how much I loved the person who Wicked was about. It was summertime. I was falling in love, and at the same time there was this national debate happening. Absolutely ridiculous that a national debate had to happen about this, but that about whether gay people should be allowed to marry each other. Fortunately, the right side won in that one after I heard the song. But I was pissed off about it, but also falling in love and kind of thinking about that funny conflict. So, and also just like, who wants to go to their job in the summer when they're falling in love? I have a job that I love now, and that's not as true, but at the time I did not love my job. And so this song is called Let's Be Pirates. Shave and get dressed and hope you're not late. Spend half the day with people you hate, instead of staying in bed with the one that you love. You're stuck at a job doing the bidding of the boss who does not know your name but can fire at will. Saving up money, paying the bills. That doesn't kill you, the interest rate will. I dream all day of an easier life with the wind in my hair and the sun in my eyes. Waking up late with my feet in the sand and my hand in yours. On some southern fresh shore where we pulled into port so the captain can rest while he charts a new course. Let's be pirates, let's be outlaws. I'm so tired of these undead and day jobs. Let's get married or just not bother. If our friends can't, then we should either. We could head out for adventure, quit our jobs and go sailing forever. I'll be Blackbeard, you be Bonnie, and we'll both be pirates. And maybe there's treasure we'll never find. Chasing a specter the rest of our lives. We'll go sailing away on a Portuguese ship. You look so good with a sword on your hip. Singing and dancing a bottle of rum in the young moonlight. So put your hand in mine, we can start a new life. The crew is assembled, they're leaving tonight. Let's be pirates, let's be outlaws. I'm so tired of these undead and day jobs. Let's get married, or just not bother. If our friends can't, then we shouldn't either. We could head out for adventure, quit our jobs and go sailing forever. I'll be Blackbeard, you be Bonnie, and we'll both be pirates. Then if they capture us, what's the worst they could possibly do? They could torture us, put us in jail. But is that really worse than the life that we're working on now? outlaws. I'm so tired of these undead day jobs. Let's get married, or just not bother. If our friends can't, then we should either. We could head out for adventure. When our shopping goes sailing forever. I'll be Blackbeard, you be Bonnie, and we'll both be pirates. You be Bonnie, and we'll both be pirates. You be Bonnie, and we'll both be pirates. Gotta keep the throat wet. All right, so 2 songs left. This one, so you know, I write these songs, and they're like my stupid little thoughts. You know, that's what every song is. And so when people say that a song really means something deep to them, or the lyrics really connected with them, it's incredible to me, because it's like, oh, maybe my stupid thoughts match your little stupid thoughts, and like that makes me feel less alone in the world, I guess. And this song has had such an overwhelming response that I never would have predicted. I've met people who have tattooed the lyrics from the song or images from the song on their body. Like, holy crap, what an incredible honor that is. But my favorite memory of the song, of all the times we've ever played it, we were playing at Charm City Art Space in Baltimore, which is this, I hope they're still around. I don't know if they're still around. But it is this great DIY punk club. We were playing down in the basement, and we started playing the song, and those sweet punks started a circle pit there in front of us, which is ridiculous. I mean, we play like hyped up folk music, and so for there to be a circle pit is wild. What was even funnier is that my mom had driven up from DC to see this particular show, and so like her image of what happens at a Future King show is that kids are circle pitting in front of the stage the whole time. But anyway, this song, it's called Like a Staring Contest, and thank you all so much for loving it. I've been going through the records, we're not getting any better. Man, I'm just getting bitter, I don't really care whatever. I'm so tired of open warfare, when the point of this was to be best of friends. We've been going round in circles, like a plane without an engine, as we spiral down the slipstream of our quickly sinking friendship. It's a train wreck of an ending, it's the same as if we'd never even met. And now I'm going through the motions, like a drunken ballerina who is too tired to dance but keeps on getting up to see it. Anybody stuck around to see a show that has been over now for days? And I know that they're gone, but I keep checking anyway. We've been standing here for hours on the edges of a canyon. I've got my side, you got yours, and we're both about to fall in. The pole we hold between us is the only thing that's keeping us aloft. And we're standing in the hallway, both resolved to finally do this. We each have our guns drawn, but neither of us wants to shoot first. We could stay like this forever. We'd stay like this and never leave. But there are standards I expect are breaking up to measure up to. When you fall in love as hard, recklessly as you and I do, it seems that the final act should have same intensity as the first scene. If I don't lose a couple teeth, then it just won't feel real to me. And we fall onto the floor, not really sure if this breaking bones or making out, maybe a bit of both. But to the Badger. I'm sure if we're committed, we could dig our way to Shayne. Wouldn't it be great to see the wall and all those people standing on their heads? So they each picked up a shovel, throwing dirt over their shoulders, and with every shovelful, their little hole gets emptied deeper, till they had to climb down in it, just to reach the bottom layer. They went on like this all night, scooping out and tossing out dirt. In the morning they realized they weren't getting any further. The hole had grown so deep that the dirt they threw kept falling back on them. Said the Badger to the Rabbit, I'm sure if we continue, we'll pull through this on top. Perseverance is a virtue, so they scooped it and they tossed it, while the dirt would go around their legs. And in a matter of hours, they buried themselves in it. And we fall onto the floor, not really sure if this is breaking bones or making out, maybe a bit of both. But I won't look away first, and you won't look away first. I've been going through the records, we're not getting any better. Maybe I'm just getting bitter, I don't really care, whatever. I'm so tired of open warfare, when the point of this was to be best of friends. We've been going round in circles, like a plane without an engine, as we spiral down the slipstream of our quickly sinking friendship. It's a train wreck of an ending, it's the same as if we'd never even met. And now I'm going through the motions, like a dedicated doctor whose patient has been broken with no chance that he'll recover. I keep shocking at the body, just trying to make the heartbeat stay. And I know that it's gone, but I keep trying anyway. And we fall onto the floor, not really sure if this is breaking bones or making out, maybe a bit of both. But I won't look away first, and you won't look away first. No, I won't look away first, and you won't look away first. Alright, it's getting late. I told Brad I wouldn't play too long. I'm going to play one more song and call it a night. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for everything you've given. I occasionally see messages flash by on the screen. It looks like we've raised a decent amount of money. That's awesome. Very excited for that. This last song is a thing that I love about being on tour is going and checking out used bookstores in different cities, because you find the most wonderful books there that you would never expect. And I found in one of these bookstores, I don't remember what city we were in, a book, the autobiography of Charles Grodin. Now, some people don't know who that is, and that's fine. He, I think, for my generation, maybe he's most notable for being the dad in that Disney movie Beethoven about the big dog. So he actually is a legit actor. He studied. He went to the same famous acting school, whose name I can't remember now, where they learn to like really completely become the part and like live it and feel it deeply. And he was picked to be the main character in The Graduate, and I think he turned it down or something ridiculous, and Dustin Hoffman wound up taking it and launching his career. And I think about him a lot because he's the sort of unassuming guy that it seems like he kind of made it, but kept struggling and just kept going with his career, kept doing all these incredible stage performances. He was a well-respected stage artist. So I wrote this song about him. It's called Charles Grodin, You're My Hero. And this is my last song for the night. Thank you so much. So you're up on the stage in an off-Broadway theater, auditioning for a play, and the casting director is asking you to begin. There's a shuffle of papers and somebody coughs as if they were as nervous as you, and you squint into the spotlight you're standing in. You've been reading the lines, memorizing the pauses, trying to live the part. You don't care if it hurts as long as the scene feels right. It begins with a whisper and ends with a shout, and you don't stumble anywhere. But there are no applause or curtain calls tonight. You step off to the left and wait for them to decide. And they say thanks, but no thanks, Mr. Croden. You walk off stage with your head down and your heart broken. But if you really love to act, it doesn't matter if it loves you back, Mr. Grodin. So you move to LA where the movies are made, thinking maybe the time is right for a middle-aged Jew to be Hollywood's new leading man. You apply to the agencies looking for placement in anything that you may have. All you want is to act, and you'll act anywhere you can. Then the offers start coming, agents talking money, and Oscar can't be far behind. All the papers are singing your praises, and it's about time. But good fortune is fickle and quickly erased by the next fresh young face in the crowd. And then he gets the girl at the end in the scene of your dreams. You go back to being a star that nobody's seen. And they say that's how it goes, Mr. Croden. There'll be more parts to play and more plays to take part in. 'Cause if you really love to act, it doesn't matter if it loves you back, Mr. Grodin. Now I wrote this song for my friends in the theater who won't ever see a dime, for the time that we spend trying to make a living in art. And though some will stop trying, yeah, some will give up, there are those who will persevere, saying here, have our wallets, we'd much rather fill our hearts. Yeah, we've all got our jobs to do, thank God this one's ours. And maybe there's more to success than just how successful you are. And we'll say thanks for your faith, Mr. Grodin. When things got hard, you got harder and you kept going. 'Cause if you really love to act, that's all that matters. Yeah, if you really love to act, that's all that matters. Oh, if you love the things you do, who gives a fuck what they think of you, Mr. Grodin? Thank you so much. Thank you, Brad. Thank you, Rihanna, for having me on. Oh, this is really fun. I'm gonna put my headphones back in so I can hear what you have to say. All right.
Yeah.
That was great.
Thank you. Oh, thank you so much for inviting me to do this. I had an absolute blast.
Yeah, thanks for coming on. It was great.
So happy you did that one because we were just commenting on it earlier today. I go, it's such a positive song. It really is. Like, it's because you do struggle as an artist, like, and you do, but you just do it because you love it.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, that's his story spoke to me, and I identified with it deeply. I mean, I have shared nowhere near the amount of fame that Charles Grodin has, and even still, that feeling of like, you just keep going, and it doesn't matter whether they're your name in lights or whatever. You're doing it for the fun and because you love the music.
Yeah, for sure. Well, it definitely comes through.
Yeah. We were talking too. It's like because we've go to various art museums too, and you see these exhibits on people who were like never released their art to the world. Like there's that other side of that too,
Right.
and it's just like they were just doing it because they love art, and then after they after they pass, you see like somebody finds this and is like, this is good or this is awesome, like, and they share it.
Yeah. Yeah. I hope somehow those people know. Yeah. how much how important their art has been to folks. Definitely.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, for sure. And especially in time like right now when everyone's depending a lot on music and art to kind of make it through strange times.
Yeah, these are hard times, absolutely. And I don't know if a bunch of whiny white boy songs about breakups and stuff is helping anybody with the getting racial justice to happen, but I don't know, maybe it'll distract you a little bit while you're stuck in your house.
Right.
So y'all have been doing this every night, is that true?
All but two, like we had a guest drop on one, and then actually the other one guest dropped because of medical issues. So
That's incredible. I can't do anything every night of my life, but it's so impressive you can keep with it.
Well, we're starting to slow down a little bit. Once we because I mean, things are starting to open now. Here, Wisconsin has been opened back up for
about 3 weeks.
About 3 weeks, which is terrifying.
North Carolina has been too, and its cases are all starting to go back up, and hopefully the governors will have the willpower to close it back down again.
Right. Yeah. Here, our governor tried, but got overturned, I guess.
Yeah.
But
it's going to be a mess here in a little bit, I think.
Yeah, that's for sure. But we've been going every night so far for 84 nights and plan to keep going at least to 100. And then we might drop down to not being every single night.
Yeah, we've got to July 1st completely booked. And then after that, it's like, all right, we'll do it with demands. Let's see what the demand's like.
So how have you been keeping busy during quarantine? Are you still working or are you just hanging out at home?
Yeah, so I am working. I'm a computer programmer, so it's easy to work remotely. My wife is working; she runs her own graphic design business, and we have 7-year-old twins that keep us busy whether there's quarantine or not. So that has been mostly what we're doing, just hanging out, playing a lot of board games.
Okay, yeah, I bet.
Can't really go wrong with a good board game either, or a good puzzle.
Yeah, I tried to teach them in the ways of nerdery that has inspired my life, and I think I'm succeeding. Nerdy games.
Good.
Honestly, like from the nerd side of things, like once this hit, it wasn't like that much of a change for going out and stuff. Like I've been training for this my whole life.
Yeah, thank God I don't have to go out to any more things.
I have a built-in excuse.
Yeah, but I do miss band practice, but like they all understand because they're all in the same boat. Like, no, I don't want to go out either. Like, you stay at your house.
Yeah, totally. The other guys in Culture Lag are they all work, or two of them work in a same restaurant, and another one works at a bar. So they're a little more flexible. So they've actually, I think they're going to start practicing again soon. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I'm just going to pine off to the side, stand outside the window and sing real loud.
There's Shayne again. Somebody else from like just an outside friend happens to pop in because that like, what's he doing? He does this every day. Don't worry, every practice.
So now you said you were getting ready to record or ready to go out on tour. What were you? This is a new band, right?
Yeah, new band. We were just ready to start playing shows and maybe put a rough demo thing together.
Oh, okay.
No.
Well, we'll be excited to hear it someday eventually when things kind of come back safely-ish.
Yeah. In that small gap between when we have a vaccine for this pandemic and the next pandemic hasn't started yet.
Right, exactly.
Of all the apocalypses we could have had based off of like, tech apocalypse with Terminator or like, zombie apocalypse with like, well, a lot of movies and TV, but we'll go with Walking Dead. We got Last Man on Earth.
Right. Except not really, like, none of the fun, like, all right, I'm going to go out in the woods and build a whole civilization for myself. No, it's like, oh, I'm going to sit at home and be annoyed that I can't get delivery food or have to have Instacart go shopping for me.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
And now, of course, things changing with the protests and everything else. But we really appreciate you choosing like a good fund to donate to. And it looked like from the comments that we reached the goal of
1,000.
Yeah. So,
Awesome.
yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah. That's really great. That's one good thing to come, during all of this is all the good that people are trying to do.
That's great. Yeah. I mean, we want to support in whatever way we can since we can't go. It's too dangerous for me to be there, be on the front lines with it. So I really appreciate the people that can. Yeah.
Yeah, that's for sure. Us too. We've been donating where we can. We went to one small protest, a kneel-in, where we knew there'd be enough room to kind of socially distance while still showing support. But looking at footage from some of the other protests would not be super smart to go out for us. But again, appreciate the people who are going out for sure.
I forgot what I was going to say.
I wanted to thank you. It's Rihanna, right?
Yes.
Right? Yeah.
Yep, Rihanna.
Thank you for introducing this music to Brad. And I was thinking about it, like, we are the world's laziest musicians. Like, it takes us forever to get anything recorded or put up online. And we don't do any promotion or anything like that. And so anyone that knows us because a friend of theirs introduced us to them. And so I really appreciate you and all the other people that are out there doing that hard work for us.
Yeah, of course. I think I've put different songs of yours on every mix CD I've made since like 2009. So like that got at least 5 people that I've made mix CDs.
It's mostly you. That's awesome.
It's me. I'm single-handedly just trying to like get something happening.
If we ever make it, we'll hire you as our agent.
Great, perfect. Just come to Wisconsin someday if you ever find yourself back on the road. If tours are ever allowed to happen again.
Where are you? Where in Wisconsin are you?
We're in Kenosha, so we're like halfway between Milwaukee and Chicago.
Yeah, right on the border.
Cool. I spent like a week in Eau Claire and had one of the best trips of my life up in the Boundary Waters, canoeing around.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
I have fond memories of Wisconsin.
Yeah, that's a cool part of the state. Very pretty land up there.
Yeah. We were just in Wausau, like just hiking the state and county parks up there, and like so beautiful, so many rivers up there. Like it looks like Colorado because it's like you got all the rock formations and like the rivers and everything going.
It's gorgeous, and it's great that the outdoors isn't closed to us, or I guess mostly, as long as there aren't too many people there.
Right. That was the one thing we had to figure out. We just went over the last 2 days. We were out hiking a bunch and trying to figure out what parks would be the slowest. And we did pretty good. So, yeah.
Yeah, we're still looking for those. We've driven by a couple of very full parking lots and said, no, gotta wait. Maybe we need to go at like, I don't know, 11 a.m. on a Wednesday when no one's out.
That is essentially what we did. We went to a park that's pretty popular because it's one of the most beautiful in the state. And we're like, well, this is going to be the first one at like 10 a.m. And by the time we left at like noonish, 1-ish, it was starting to fill up. And we're like, yep, time to go.
I had actually introduced you to my friend Eric, but he became such a huge fan. I really hope he's watching tonight because it's like, dude, look who's on our show.
Yeah, I sent this to a bunch of people too, more than usual.
Actually, I've been listening to you quite a bit while I've been working on this quarantine record of mine.
Yeah, because you play in it's forgetting the name now.
Two ball screwball.
Yeah.
Screwball. I was close. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a pop punk group, and then the project I'm working on has been like something different besides that. Like I'm calling it Charlie Frown with an F.
Are you playing tomorrow night? Did I see that on the schedule?
Yes, yeah, we're doing like a social distancing episode, so we're all going to be on, but like we're all going to be from our own homes, and just like we're just basically going to be choosing each other's songs for each other.
Oh, okay, cool. I thought you were going to try to play together, which I can't imagine doing over like with that even the little bit of lag that these things have.
Yeah. I feel like maybe OK Go tried to do that. I didn't watch it, but I think I saw like a screenshot of it, but I don't know how well it could have worked. I mean, I guess if you have top of the line everything, but
right.
It seems difficult. So you mentioned while you were playing about being kind of like a more folky band playing at like punk shows and like punk venues. What kind of music scene did you come from then? More folk inspired or more punk or kind of both?
No, I mean, I grew up with punk. I've been in punk bands most of my life, and everybody else that plays in this band has also been in punk bands. But it's just kind of like maybe punk adjacent, our music. It's all on acoustics and lots of touchy-feely stuff. I don't know. Yeah, that's all I meant by it.
Well, I listen to a lot of like folk punk music, and that's kind of where, because I also play music but barely, and like that's where all of mine like falls into. And I think around the same time I was getting into your music, I was also getting into like the folk punk scene. Mm-hmm. So I always thought you went like hand in hand.
Yeah. The folk punk scene is great. We don't sing enough songs about trains, I think, to count as folk punk, but something
right.
to fit in anti-folk. That was a thing for a little while. For a while, I just said that we were acoustic-core because I didn't want to have to pigeonhole us into anything. But yeah, love some good folk punk. Definitely.
Cool.
It's funny that you brought up 10 Simple Murders, like the story behind that. Because when you said you were writing around the time Johnny Cash died, I was just like, dude, I could totally hear it. It does sound like a Johnny Cash song, like in a way, like thematically.
Yeah. I love. I totally ripped off that countdown song. Some number of seconds to go. I'm a bad Johnny Cash fan, not knowing that. But yeah, I like that idea of counting things and his songs about various crimes. Singing San Quentin. Yeah.
It started with shooting a man in Reno just to watch him die.
Exactly.
Well, yeah. Well, we appreciate you coming on, and we appreciate you talking about the new band a little bit. That's exciting news, I think, for everybody. I saw a lot of people getting pretty excited in the comments. So we definitely are anxious for all of that, but we thank you for coming on. And if you ever want to come on again or do anything else, but we want to say thanks for coming on and for, again, choosing a charity to raise money for. We really appreciate it.
Awesome. Thank you so much for having me. This was an absolute blast.
Yeah, of course. Well, you have a good rest of your night and stay safe and stay healthy, okay?
Thanks. You too.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Guys, one last time. We reached the goal, but we would love to see more money towards this charity. If you can, please donate. It was an awesome night. It's an awesome charity. Thank you all for tuning in. Thanks, Shayne, for being on. You guys all have a good night.